Good day guys. So today I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brakes on a Corsa utility bakkie 2006 model. First we're going to remove the wheel. So you're going to loosen all the nuts and then take the wheel off. Remember to jack it up after you've loosened the wheels and then place your trestles. Once the vehicle is jacked up enough, adjust your trestles and put the vehicle firmly down on top of the trestle. Fully remove all your wheel nuts and remove your wheel. You will notice that there's a screw that holds the drum to the hub. Remove the screw. Now release your handbrake until the drum is loose. Then proceed to remove the spacer that holds your mags in the middle. Now that the spacer is off, you can proceed to remove the hub. I normally tap it just a little bit to get all the rust and dust off the hub and loosen it a bit from the shoes. Then I take a pry bar and I pry it off the shoes. And there we go, the brake is off. As you can see, the brake shoes are finished. There is literally almost nothing left. And luckily, the inside of the drum isn't eaten up too badly, so we can still use this drum again, thank goodness. So, let's just feel the bearings. And we'll get to how to replace and remove this a little bit later. There's a little bit of brake fluid that leaked there, but it's not something to be worried about. I think it was now with me struggling with this brake pad. Okay, there's the drum off. Good. Okay guys, very important thing that I didn't show you the other side because there was a bit of a problem is how to dismantle the rear brakes. Now there's two methods you can use. There's two methods that you can use. You can disconnect. There are two methods that you can use to dismantle the brakes. You can take off all the springs. Nah. And then loosen the anchor points by taking a plier and pushing it in and turning it, and it will come out. Or if you want to be fast, take the pliers first, remove these two, and the whole spring will collapse and come out, and then you can just disconnect the springs while the whole system is on the ground. And then a tip before you reassemble or before you strip this side, nah? use this side first as a reference to the other side and assemble the other side first until it's completed, and then come and strip this side. Or else you're going to have to take a picture of how the assembly looks with everything in place, and then use the picture as a guide to put everything back together. But for today, I've already stripped the other side, so I'm just going to use this side as a reference, and then going to reassemble the other brakes exactly as this one. So exactly where the spring positions are on this one, you're going to put exactly the springs back in the same position as that one. Now reassembling it, I'm going to try and show you how to reassemble it, because I don't have a stand anymore. I have to hold the phone in my hand, so that's why it's extremely difficult to take a video for you guys. But to assemble the other side, you first put your shoes in, you put your pins in until the shoes are in place, and then you start hooking all the springs and all the mechanisms until it's done. So I'll try and show you step by step that side on how to assemble the brakes. Okay guys, I just want to use this opportunity to show you this. All the parts has been cleaned, so I just want to show you this. This is your tensioner. This is what adjusts your brakes as your brake pads go down. This is what keeps on adjusting your brake pads, so it keeps on braking. Saying that, before you install the drum, you're going to have to bring this down totally, bring the tension back to its full stop. Otherwise your brake pads or your drum will never fit over the shoes. And then you can always adjust the tension up a little bit until your drum just slides over. Then you know your tension is right. Now some other vehicles like Toyota and so on has got a space at the back. Here there will be a hole or something that you can take a screwdriver and can actually adjust your tension of your brakes, because the idea is to adjust your brakes until the drum is just gripping on the shoes. Then you know you've got the right tension. But with this car, there is no space where you can actually adjust this. So you're going to have to adjust this one as far as you can until the drum just slides over, and then you should be in the right spot. And then this one, like I said, this one auto adjusts. You'll see that there's this pin goes over like this, and it prevents it from turning back. So every time you brake, it will turn a little bit, turn a little bit, turn a little bit until the brakes are completely finished. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've cleaned this area. There's no damage anywhere. Nothing is leaking. There's no leaks. So now we're going to start assembling. And also look at this. See how bent this is? I'm going to have to straighten this out first by just using a vise or a hammer, and we can just straighten this out. Okay, let's first do that. Okay, so now that we have straightened the pins go in there. That's where one pin goes, and then the other pin goes in there. Those two pins are what mounts your shoes to the assembly. Now just to quickly show you, how this spring assembles. You see the tip there? It's got a groove. Now this pin, let's put it there. When it's in place, this pin goes over there like that, and then you turn it and then you release it, and that's how it holds the brake in place. Now the trick of this is you have to hold it at the back with your finger, push in with pliers, and then turn it and everything without it slipping out, and that's extremely difficult. You need the correct tools. This unfortunately is all I have. The best thing would be to use a flat nose plier, a straight one, but this is all I have, so I have to make do. Trust me, repairing these brakes or fitting them in, it's going to cost you a lot of swearing, and fighting and throwing tools around, because this is a shit job. And that's it, guys. The first shoe is in and it's hooked right there, and just make sure that it clips in there and that one goes up there. Then you know this shoe is in the correct place. And yes, I freaking sweared and screamed a lot while putting in this brake shoe. The next step now was to put in the adjuster. As you can see, I've totally brought the adjuster in until it's at its base, and then it kicks in there, and this plate is what prevents it from adjusting back. Now all I need to do is hook the springs. It's this spring that goes up there, and then this little one that hooks between there and there. Let's do that quickly. Okay guys, as you can see, I've placed that spring, I have placed that spring, and the adjuster is in place. Now all that's left is this one spring, and then we're done. But this one spring is a motherfucker, so I don't know how I'm gonna put that spring, because it has to hook there, and this thing is massively strong. So once that's done, then the whole brake system is assembled. Then it's just adjusting this until the drum fits nicely. Okay guys, so the spring is hooked and the whole system is complete. Now we're just going to put the drum on and fit the wheel, and that'll be the end of it. Okay guys, now just to show you, now that the brakes is assembled, both sides, I'm going to put the drum back. But before you put the drum back, you have to adjust your brakes until it just goes over the drum, over the brakes. You'll see at the moment it's just, as you can see, it's sliding over very easy. It's actually quite loose. So you want to adjust the brakes, the brake pads, until it just goes over. And then you know you've got the right amount of adjustment. Thanks for watching guys, and remember to hit subscribe, give the thumbs up, enjoy your day. Cheers.